Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today. First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. No alcohol, no drugs, no victims. A message from Mad Canada.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Good morning and welcome to Hump Day.
Yes.
What day is it? What day is it? Wednesday. It is Wednesday, March the 23rd.
Already.
The 23rd.
We're going through March real quick.
Yes,
right?
yes.
We have a big storm coming. I told you that yesterday. It's coming.
I thought it was supposed to be cold this morning. I wore my winter coat.
Remember I told you it was a slow mover?
Well, you may have told me that.
Yeah, so it's very slow.
Yes.
So it's still coming. It's still to our south. I'll give you more details coming up. But you know what else is today?
What?
It's National Puppy Day.
Aw!
Apparently.
Apparently. I don't know. I challenged him only because I have a page that I go to, and yeah, it didn't
There's
say anything.
my dog,
Aw,
Lily.
Look at her full, luscious
She
lower
is
lip.
a silver lab. She's about a month or a year and a half now. And if you go to the Sioux Online page, you'll see Lily as a puppy sitting in front of the set.
She's a
She was
baby.
like 3 months then.
Oh.
But she's an awesome dog. Love her to bits.
Craig has a
Okay,
beautiful
now
dog.
we have a shot of
little
Daisy.
baby.
This is Mike, our producer's dog, and she goes everywhere with Mike. And she is looking like a star.
Sassy.
And so we want to see your pets. So
Yeah.
if
Send us
you
some
have
pictures.
a pet, it's National Pet Day, send us a picture. We'll put it up
I thought you
today.
said it was puppy day.
National, did I just say Pet Day?
You did say
Oh,
pet.
Puppy Day.
But you
National
know what?
Puppy
Maybe
Day.
you're a cat person, so we will not discriminate.
Exactly. Though I'm sure there's a cat day.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, there probably is a cat day, but they don't give a, you know what.
Yeah.
Cats don't care.
Anyway, into the news.
Into the news, yeah.
The
Ooh.
reaction yesterday from the Conservative Party on the
Ready
coalition
to chew off their own hands.
of the Liberals and the NDP,
Yeah.
not sitting well with the Conservatives whatsoever. It kind of just threw a wrench into their whole game plan.
Well, yeah.
And the interim leader,
Candace
Bergen, she had a message yesterday, did she not?
Yes.
Here we go.
We found out last night that the NDP and the Liberals were meeting secretly, and they've cooked up a backroom deal that would see Justin Trudeau get the majority power that he tried desperately to get last fall in the last election, but he failed to get. This deal means that Canadians have woken up to, in essence, an NDP Liberal majority government. And I think we have to let that sink in. This is an NDP Liberal government, and they have the majority. 82% of voters did not vote for a Liberal NDP government, including millions of Liberal voters. These Canadians woke up this morning to the fact that they have been hoodwinked and they've been deceived by their Prime Minister. Now, let me be clear, this is nothing more than a Justin Trudeau power grab. He is desperately clinging to power. His number one goal, as we have seen over the course of the last 6 years, is always to do what's best for him.
Hoodwinked.
Wow,
We
is
have
that
been
like
hoodwinked.
Is that like a political term? Like, you know,
think
I'm
so.
moving ever closer to my goal of, what is that word, pundit?
Mm-hmm.
Of being a political pundit. And so now I can add hoodwinked to my
There we go.
vernacular. So an interesting deal, definitely, with the intent of keeping Justin Trudeau in power until 2025. And really very clever. What has happened then is that the Liberal government has come over to the NDP and said, hey,
Hey.
back in 2021, you had some, you know, some items on your platform. What would it be worth to you if we were to advance those, right? So really, it amounts to there are several items that are being put forward. One of the bigger ones, though, has to do with a dental care program.
That's awesome.
That is being put forward in support of low-income families, which is great news, regardless of conservative, you know, whatever. It has to do with, let me see here. So the proposed dental plan then would commence with 12-year-olds as early as this year, then expand to the under 18-year-old set, seniors and persons living with a disability next year, 2023. Full implementation under this new program would be achieved in 2025. So these services then would be offered to families with an income of less than $90,000 annually and would require no co-pays for anyone earning under 70,000. So some other initiatives then, a Canada Pharmacare Act to be passed by the end of 2023, which will charge the National Drug Agency to develop a formulary, a national formulary of essential medicines, as well as a bulk purchasing plan by the end of the agreement. And we have been following the housing challenges across the country. The government then has signed on to continue the Rapid Housing Initiative beyond its targeted expiration, keeping it active for an additional year with a view to changing the definition of affordable housing.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that all sounds great.
Yeah, you know, and some childcare items. You know, this is posted in its entirety to our website at SiouxOnline.com. So a very worthy read. I certainly can understand the frustration that the Conservative Party
It's just 3
is
years.
feeling. Yeah, you know, and Justin Trudeau, you know, he challenges the notion that it's but a power grab. From their perspective, it's about achieving stability and predictability so that they can effectively govern the country.
So they can actually do stuff,
Sure.
right?
Yeah,
So-
without having to, you know, fight tiny fights in the midst of trying to kind of, you know, rally on the flip side of a pandemic. Not saying either side is right or wrong. I am neutral. However, I will tell you, this move to me barely seemed legal, but it is very legal.
It's very
has
legal.
been done before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very interested, and I'm rarely that interested in politics. So
There you
yeah,
go.
interesting.
Okay, so we have lots of local news coming up. I'm also going to check my hopefully winning lotto ticket
Winner,
later on in
winner.
the show. So join us for that. But right now, Heidi's got the news.
Heidi's got the news. All right, so let's get on with it then. So shortly after 3:30 then yesterday afternoon, emergency services responded to reports of individuals trapped after their vehicle struck a building. So upon arrival, Sioux Fire Services located two individuals who had made it. They did actually get out of the vehicle after it struck the front entrance of Shoppers Drugmart in the city's west end. So the couple who were in the vehicle then appeared to have suffered, you know, from the perspective of our reporter, they appeared to have suffered no major injuries, but understandably were visibly shaken. Shoppers Drugmart did remain open with access to the building via the back door. At this moment, we haven't any estimate on damage to the building. However, predictably, it does look to be quite significant. All right. Dan did spend some time with a woman, unfortunately, who is mourning the tragic loss of her son. She's now speaking out in frustration with regards to what she perceives to be gaps in the mental health system after her son died of substance abuse outside the Fogerty earlier this month. She speaks of her frustration with the lack of supports in our community for those who do suffer from unsupported mental health challenges, substance abuse, and unfortunately her son did fall into those categories. She says that she likes the idea of the shelter, understands that it is needed and agrees, but has her concerns as she would, given that her son did pass away. She did let us know that her son had been released from jail 10 months prior and then directly into the care of the Fogerty shelter. He did die 2 days later on March 9th at 1:38 a.m. She is saying categorically she does not want the shelter closed, understands it's needed, but does not feel that it is safe for addicts that are relapsing or in active use. She did request that her name and the name of her son be kept out. And of course, with those requests, Sioux Online is always very diligent and very respectful. Active drug use has been observed by residents in the community outside the Fogerty shelter. It is an ongoing issue that most are aware of, including DSAB, which is the organization in charge of operating the shelter. So Mike Nadeau, the CEO of DSAB, noted that it's not really something that they feel they are able to control. He did go on to say the Fogerty does not support that. It is a low barrier shelter, so we will only ask people to leave based on their individual behavior. For example, what if someone is violent, threatening towards others, or causing property to the damage to the property? We always try to de-escalate, Nadeau said, but there are times when we do, unfortunately, have to ask people to leave. So again, you know, highlighting what can be described as a crisis in our community. There are measures being put in place. However, in the words of this mother grieving the loss of her son, it cannot come quickly enough. All right, now, Craig did, what? He just told me Craig was ready. All right, well, around 7:30 then, yesterday evening, emergency services were called to reports of a collision in the east end of the city. Upon arrival, they did find 2 vehicles involved near the corner of Trunk Road and Boundary. One vehicle appeared to have come to rest on the railway tracks, while the other appeared to be blocking traffic going northbound. No word in this moment on any injuries. The roadway was closed until police were able to complete their investigation and the roadway was able to be cleared. Now we're going to go to Craig, because now I've finished the railway story. So Craig, tell us about the weather, please.
Well, so far, not bad. We remain dry. We thought the precipitation would have started by now, but as I said, it's a slow mover. It's still to our south. It is creeping up. And we should see some precipitation, whether it be snow or rain, in about a couple of hours. This is what we look like right now. We are pretty much gray, pretty breezy out there too. Winds are currently from the southeast. Those are going to be switching around towards the west and the northwest later on this afternoon as that low pressure system tracks off towards the east. So expect our day to get colder as we move in, and we're also going to see that precipitation move in. This is what we look like for the next 12 hours. We have some windy conditions right now. We anticipate the precipitation to start around 11 o'clock this morning. I'll tell you more about that coming up on the 3-day forecast. But right now, the afternoon is looking windy, looking kind of wet, kind of blowy out there. Temperatures dropping to freezing. Heidi's laughing. Evening at -1, and we're going to continue seeing some light showers, light sleet. No accumulation is expected from snow, which is really good news, but it could get a little sloppy out there and slushy, and I'll give you all those details coming up. Heidi.
Yes, okay, so beware the sloppy conditions. All right, on that note, I'm going to compose myself by taking a break to give voice to our sponsors. You will hear from Maker North, busily solving problems in the international and local community. Reach out to Joseph and Riley if you are unsure as to how to address a situation that you may be grappling with. As well, we will hear from the Chamber, inviting everybody to show your support to the business community. They need it now more than ever. Do all things local. Love local, shop local, dine local, play local, do all the things local. When we do come back, we're going to talk about how the Ontario government is making it easier to buy cars. We're going to talk about electric vehicle charges becoming more prevalent. Some interesting news out of Bruce Mines, and how often do I get to say that? So if that doesn't bring you back, I don't know what will. All right, go fill your cup. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants, small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today. Well, good morning and welcome back. So as I promised you, the Ontario government is launching the digital dealership registration, affectionately dubbed the DDR, to make it easier, faster, and more convenient for Ontarians to buy a car and enjoy their new vehicle almost immediately after purchase by enabling dealerships to register vehicles online and issue permits and license plates directly to purchasers. Which, yeah, that's kind of cool. At full implementation, the new DDR process will, for the first time ever, provide over 7,000 Ontario car dealerships access to an online program that will eliminate duplicative paperwork, time-consuming trips to Service Ontario centres. The new process will speed up service delivery while improving the ease of doing business in the province, with dealerships being able to provide registration and license plates directly to customers, reducing the administrative burden that they face and saving them additional costs and time. So, yeah, once implemented, the DDR will help move online up to 4.8 dealership registration transactions annually, including the registration of pre-owned vehicles, vehicle transfers, and vehicle permit replacements, all of which currently need to be conducted in person. It will also mark the successful completion of the government's commitment to or to bring online the 10 highest volume Service Ontario transactions. So that's good news. All right. And then what else do I want to talk to you about? Oh, speaking of no agenda at all, and with the gas prices being so high, it may interest you to know that Ontario is further putting $91 million toward installing electric vehicle chargers at highway rest stops, carpool parking lots, parks, and hockey arenas. It's the first time the Progressive Conservative government has funded charging stations for electric vehicles. Isn't that nice? I don't have an electric vehicle, but maybe I'm supposed to get one. The province is also introducing a rural connectivity fund through which municipalities can apply for funding to install electric vehicle chargers in their communities. Doug Ford recently has been pitching Ontario as ideally positioned to produce electric vehicles. Wow. With his auto strategy aiming to build at least 400,000 electric vehicles and hybrids in the province by 2030 and establish a battery production facility. All right. So this comes more than 3 years after Ford scrapped electric vehicle rebates, stopped building provincially funded charging stations, and dropped a requirement for new homes to include wiring for potential EV chargers. So electric vehicle charging stations are also set to be installed at most en route rest stops by the summer, though that isn't being done by Hydro One and the Ontario Power Generation and doesn't involve direct funding from the provincial government itself. A minute till we go to Craig. Okay, well, hey, let's talk about Bruce Mines then. Bruce Mines, very near and dear to my heart, and talking about the school where in grade 6, when my family did relocate to Poplardale, which is behind Bruce Mines, I attended what was then called Bruce Mines Public School. It was then flipped over to, I'm going to forget the name, Arthur Henderson Public School. Thank you, Mike. That was after my time there. So the owner now, so the school has subsequently been closed. The owner of Lock City Dairies in Sault Ste. Marie, Vic Fremlin, apparently now does own the building, and he's looking to use it to help Ukrainian refugees. He is indicating that he can house approximately 200 refugees inside the former school. He did note that it has been a fairly recent purchase. He did say that it broke his heart to watch what was happening in the Ukraine. Enough's enough. And he felt that he was able to do something. I have the infrastructure to help, so I'm going to offer the school there to house them. So Fremlin has also said he will use his transport trucks to deliver food, much of which he already has in stock. The school has some leftover stoves and tables, but he's looking to secure beds. He's, saying in a quote, "I won't be able to do it all myself. I'm going to need some help from somebody, the United Way. We will help them. They might say we'll take part in, and if everybody helps a little, it'll all go smoothly, So Fremlin has reached out to provincial and federal governments, talking to officials about how they can get the refugees to Bruce Mines. He is waiting in this moment for a response. So, Now that Craig has, given us the details about what's about to go down today, I'm eager to move beyond that. So let's look at the next 3 days. Craig?
Well, Heidi, so far we've made out pretty good. The storm is taking its time getting here. I told you yesterday it's a slow mover, and it certainly is. This is where it is right now. It is moving into Ontario, into our neck of the woods. Over the next 2 to 3 hours, we should start seeing bands of mixed precipitation, snow, rain, freezing rain, pellets. That's all coming our way, along with some strong winds too. Right now we're seeing a southeasterly wind. Once this low passes the Sioux, it's going to start ushering in northwesterly wind, so it's going to give us a cooler afternoon into our evening. This is what we look like on the satellite right now. You can see it all just kind of coming up right now. We'll show you on the radar in just a bit where the heavier bands are. They're still to the south, but they are on their way in. And right now the timing looks to be around 11 o'clock this morning when we start seeing some heavier precipitation come in. And when I say heavier, I don't mean drenching rain or heavy snow. It's going to be more of a light pattern during most of our day. This is what we see as far as temperatures go. We're currently at 3 degrees. We're going to see our temperatures drop during the day to about the freezing mark, 2 degrees in Wawa, and again 2 degrees in Timmins. And we're all seeing active weather in northeastern Ontario. Some very strong heavy snow towards the north. This is the radar, so we can show you the heavier bands, which is the yellows. They're still coming in. Like I say, it's going to be another couple of hours before we start seeing that precipitation roll in, and then the winds are going to start shifting towards the northwest and really give us a miserable, cool day. This is how we kind of draw it on the map. This is where most of the precipitation will be in this corridor right here, which is mostly rain with a little bit of mix thrown in. We're going to be in the mix of rain and snow and freezing rain right in this corridor. And of course, all of this is heavy snow, 30 centimeters in the Thunder Bay area from the storm. This is what we look like as far as your 3-day forecast. Today, let's just write it off. Temperature's only going to be at 0. It's going to feel a little cooler than that when the winds start picking up from the northwest, and those are going to be gusting to about 70 kilometers an hour. 4 degrees for your day on Thursday. We kind of trying to recover from this storm. We could still see a few lingering showers here and there, but we should also see some sun. Same story for Friday. Temperatures of 4 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud, and then we get some colder air coming in for the weekend. I'll give you those details in just a bit.
Well, good morning. I'm back from the weather. Mike and I just had a zesty, robust debate about whether or not today is Tuesday or Wednesday. I assured him it is Wednesday.
Okay, I lost a day somewhere.
What?
I lost a day somewhere. What can I say? I'm getting old. I'm not that old. I'm still young.
Okay. At the crux of our discussion was whether or not the Lotto Max that was drawn yesterday, because yesterday was in fact Tuesday, there was no winning tickets sold in the $65 million draw. However, 2 ticket holders in Ontario will each claim one of the 8 available $1 million Maximilian prizes. So the jackpot then for the next draw on March 25th, so Friday, I'm going to buy a ticket. Will be an estimated $70 million. $70 million. I'd buy all the houses. All right. And 13 Maximilian prizes of $1 million each up for grabs. I'd be happy with a cool mill. That'd be all right.
Should I do this now then?
Yeah.
Is my mic open? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, I thought maybe we would just do it before the break because, you know, we're talking about lottery, so kind of works out. So here we go. I know I'm not going to win the $65 million.
Maybe. Oh, no, you won't because there are no winners. Okay.
But, you know, the second prize would work too.
That's right, because you'd
So
still buy me a house.
Let's do it. Better luck next time.
Oh.
Getting sick of that.
Yeah, I understand. I'm getting sick of it on your behalf. So, okay, so now we're going to go into a break. Okay? Yeah, so École des Rapides is inviting everybody to, register your child for kindergarten. You'll probably hear from the chamber. Superior Adult Learning for sure. I know they're still in there, so we're looking for sponsors. So hey, come on, put your words in our mouth. This is your opportunity as a business owner to get some fantastic exposure and support a local business in the interim. So Superior Adult Learning, then they work with adults who set literacy goals to do some one-on-one tutoring, move forward, and achieve those goals. So reach out to Wendy and Pat, fill your cup. When we come back, we're going straight to the factoids and the social media. So if you haven't said what you need to say it. Say it! All right, fill your cup.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Good morning and welcome back to this Wednesday Hump Day edition. It is Wednesday, March 23rd. Not as cold as we thought, but Craig, did tell me that it's going to move in slowly. So, okay. As promised, I have some factoids for you. We'll talk a little bit about John Fogerty. So, March 23rd, 1985, former Creedence Clearwater Revival frontman John Fogerty went #1 on the U.S. album chart with his third solo studio album, Centerfield. Stellar.
Oh, yeah.
Great album. This was Fogerty's first album in 9 years after he decided to take a long break from the music business because of legal battles with his record company. That would make anybody want to take a break. Why are you messing with genius? Okay, and then this one. Just while we're, also conscious of, the moves that our political leaders are making in Canada, just a reminder that it happens everywhere. So it was on this day, March 23rd in 1990, that Dan Quayle issued a very resonant quote. He said, "If we do not succeed, then we run the risk of failure." This was in a speech to did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was in a speech to the Phoenix Republican Foreign, so there you go. If we do not succeed, then we run the risk of failure. Prophetic.
Yes.
Pithy.
Sure.
Wise. And
Whatever.
certainly Dan Quayle was lampooned frequently on, shows like Saturday Night Live. And now I'm doing it this many years later, so...
On
Hey,
Wednesday-
Dan Quayle, how do you
Wednesday
like me
morning
now? All right, yes, Mike,
All right.
social media.
Social
Okay.
media time.
All right.
I wonder if we have any pet pictures. No, eh?
Maybe, I don't know. We've got a whole, quite a whack of stuff to move through. So let's see. Margaret McKeag beating everybody to the punch, breaking Terry Matthews' 2-day reign of coming in early and getting
Early
to
bird.
us.
The early bird gets to work.
That's right. And you know what? Later on this week, we're going to talk about a new invasive species, the jumping worm. Good times.
Awesome.
All right, Margaret McKay, good morning all. Good morning to you, Margaret.
Good morning.
Always nice to hear from you. Jim Whitty, good Wednesday morning. Good Wednesday morning to you,
You too,
sir.
Jim.
Terry Matthews coming in third. Still a good showing, though. Good morning, all. Good morning to you, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Oh,
Oh,
we have
we have
a
to-
new viewer, Todd Fullwood. Good morning, Todd Fullwood. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. He says, good morning, it's the spring freeze. Accurate?
I don't think we're going to freeze all that much. Well, maybe this weekend.
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, Enika says, good morning, everyone. Today is World Meteorological Day. Is it?
Awesome.
Is it?
Isn't that nice?
Where are you guys
I
getting
should
your
know that.
information? My page said nothing was happening
Don't we
today.
have pictures of the
Yeah,
Netherlands?
you know what, Enika? On my Facebook feed, I saw the fields of tulips. So everybody, take a look at this because I frequently say how I picture Enika romping and frolicking amidst the tulips. Look at this.
Watch this.
Spring
Oh,
in the
doesn't even
Netherlands.
look real.
Those are tulips.
It's ribbons
Spring
of
in the
color.
Netherlands. Wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Amazing. Amazing to me. Like
Look at that.
to consider that those are flowers, I
Yeah.
want to go and frolic. Can't I go and prance smartly amidst the tulips?
Nice job.
Awesome. Anyway, Enika, I'm sure you see it, but I just wanted you to know that I saw it too. So wonderful. Jim Whitty, how do you waste someone's time? Read previous line. Yes. Marilyn Dunn, good morning all. Wishing everyone a great day. Good morning to you,
Good
Marilyn.
morning.
I wish you a great day. I wish you your best day yet. There you go. Hello, Mark Jordan.
Oh,
He says, wow, got to get up early to catch the worm here, huh? Well, if you're
Yeah.
gunning for first, yeah,
Yeah,
you
if
do.
you wanna win the prize.
The comments start pretty early, frequently before we even start talking. So, wow. But always thank you for watching, Mark Jordan. Marilyn Dunn, excellent message from Mad. Any message from Mad is a good message, I think. But yes, thank you very much. Judy O'Neill, good morning, Heidi and Craig. Hope you both enjoy the rest of the day. I
will.
typically enjoy my
think we
days.
will.
Yeah, yeah. Marge
You too.
Gray, from Fergus.
Fergus, I know you're having some bad weather down
Yeah,
there.
she's-
Things are closed down in southern Ontario because of freezing rain.
Oh, that's what she's saying, yeah. Good morning from Carl and Marge. Freezing rain, everything closed here in the not-so-sunny south. Well, it's going to change. It always
It should
changes.
become rain this afternoon. So.
Okay, so the early bird gets the worm, second mouse gets the cheese. Okay, Todd Fullwood, I'm going to need to see a source on that one. Your name seems familiar to me, Todd Fullwood. Huh, okay. Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone. Halfway through the week. Hope you all have a great day. Yes, Tony, we are halfway through. Well said. And, inspiration to keep us going. Tracy Fay, feels like some rain is coming, Craig and Heidi. Did I spell it right? Good morning, all.
Your name,
You're
right?
close. H-E-I-D-I, just
did
like
she
the
spell
book.
it H-I?
Yeah, I believe there are Heidis that are spelled that way. It's just not this Heidi's spelling. But thank you for caring enough to ask. It's very lovely and sweet of you. Another new viewer. Oh, I don't know that I can pronounce that properly.
You can do it.
Giwaden Nuden Kwe. Please correct me with a phonetical offering because it's important to me to get names right. And this individual does say Anin. Hopefully I said that right. Kimberly, where are you when I need you? Buddy.
Maybe she's there.
Yeah, well,
Buried.
she'll pop up and she'll tell me. But anyway, thank you so much for commenting and for watching. Forgive my massacre of your name, and please do tell me what is the right way to say that because it looks beautiful. Kathy Boren, GM, it's looking more like hunker down day on this hump day. Well,
could be.
if you have that option to hunker down,
Yeah.
I would recommend it.
I like hunkering down.
Yeah,
I'd rather hunker down right now.
yeah, well, no, you'd rather
After
be
the
here
show,
with
I
me. Joseph Bertrand, happy hump day. Joseph, who watches
too.
every day and is a staunch supporter of our work here. Thank you for watching, Joseph, and happy hump day to you. Bradley Evoy, good morning. Happy hump day with a peace sign. Well, good morning to you, Bradley. I hope you have a peaceful day. Jim Whitty, we talked about the video on the YouTube being off and on. I don't know if anybody else experienced that. From our side, everything seemed to be functional, so hopefully that was just kind of a technical glitch. Kimberly is watching.
Okay.
She says, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Kimberly. Jim Whitty says, good morning. My response to Jim, he acknowledges it could be on his side. Brad and Jim greeting each other. Brad saying, with regards to the glitches on YouTube, it does that quite often. I've found, okay, so if you're experiencing this, Brad has a workaround. I've found that if you pause for 10 to 15 seconds, most devices can handle the buffering. Wow, don't I sound technically savvy? Watch out for the buffering, because sometimes it gets sloppy.
Sound like a weather model.
I know. That's not by accident either. Okay, ooh.
Long one.
Colleen Bennett, a new viewer. Welcome, Colleen. Thank you for watching and commenting. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay. Algoma District School Board closed the... See, I put my news voice on just then.
You did.
Algoma District School Board closed the Henderson School in Bruce Mines as it was deemed in that moment to be in need of repairs. We were talking about this, very contentious issues. Many local residents were very upset at the decision to close it. She goes on to say it would be interesting to know what a building inspector has to say, what is required before money gets poured in to assist a private owner's agenda. That would be interesting because, yeah, I do remember my sister Aspen, before she went back to Ottawa, she was very heavily involved in the discussions and attended the meetings and made impassioned statements that fell on deaf ears because the decision was already made. So yeah, I'd be, we should follow that for sure. Thank you, Colleen, for making note of that. Oh, Kim, hang on.
You're having problems.
Yeah, sorry. Terry Matthews, me too. Better luck next time. And he blows a kiss. Ah, Terry. There you go. Steve Childs, good morning all. Have a good day. And this time he's offering 2 views of the sun coming up between 2 great huge tracts of land, which in this moment would be 4, count them, 4 great huge tracts of land and 2 suns. 2 suns. All right, there you go. Thank you, Steve, for always giving me the opportunity to be manic on the show. Fantastic. Steve Childs, CCR, the best. Great band. Without a question, one of the most stellar bands ever. Jen Buchan, happy hump day. Happy hump day to you, Jen. And Enika says, well, you can see for yourself. Come see the Kuchenhof. Did I say that right? Kuchenhof.
We're on our way.
So lovely with tulips. I'm going to go Google that for sure. And that rounds it out. So, you know, in this moment, I can...
Don't you have pet? Oh,
the Kuchenhof.
Thought we were going to see some pet pictures, but we didn't.
Well, we're going to see some pictures of the next 7 days of weather.
Yes, we will. It's not looking all that bad. See, we have sun at least coming up, but we do cool down this weekend, and that's because of polar vortex. We're going to have a little wave of cold air come in for the weekend. Not going to really do anything. It's going to give us some clear skies, and our temperatures do begin to rebound back into the 6 plus 7 plus 8 by next weekend. So it's looking pretty good. We also have a big storm coming for April 1st, but it looks like rain at the moment. So.
Well, let's hope it's just a well-timed joke. Kim did pop up to save me. She said, you did good on the Ojibwe. Well, I'm going to respectfully say thank you, but also hold out for confirmation. And she said that individual's name means North Wind Woman.
Oh.
That's beautiful.
That's nice.
Fantastic. Well, on that note, you know, we are delightfully over time, as only Heidi and Craig can do. So if you stayed with us this long, thank you. Thank you for any new viewers. You know, spread the word. We are the Sioux's only local news show. You know, we certainly do also attach to a website. But this is something that we like to do. It's fun. And if you like what we do, then like, follow, share. I've seen people tag other individuals in the comments. Always send us your events. We've gotten away from the birthday shout-outs, from the anniversaries. We love to celebrate with you, so please do remember that. And you know what? Until tomorrow, enjoy your hump day and drive carefully later this afternoon. And yeah, that's really all I've got. I'm out of words. First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.